What is up, guys? Welcome back here to another Rise of Kingdoms content. In today's video, we're going to talk about what you're going to be spending on if you only have $50 budget. Now, I don't know what are your budgets here in Rise of Kingdoms. If you guys have a budget, let me know in the comment section below. So what if you only have 50 bucks? What are you going to do? What are you going to spend on? Well, I'm going to give you guys my advice in here. You guys can follow it or not, but it's up to you. But I'm going to give you my advice for the $50 budget spending here in Rise of Kingdoms. Now, many of you guys, I don't know what type of jobs you guys have, or maybe you guys are still in college or not, but when I was in college, I didn't really have money to spend into games. What I did was I focused on, things that I need to survive in college, food and other things. I was playing other games actually during my college time. There was no Rise of Kingdoms during that period of time. So now, if I was in college again, what would I do? Well, if I was in college, I would play this game, but I would play it as a really, really low spender or free to play. Because when I was in college, my money went to food. And when I was in college, my money went to maybe some days partying. All right. I was trying to enjoy life during college. So if you're in college, I would recommend that you guys set a budget in here. But now, if you're graduated college and you're working and you got a full-time job already, now, if you're not making $100,000 a year or you're not making millions yet, well, then you need to set up a budget because you can spend a lot of money into the game so quickly. So before I made a $30 budget, but this time we're going to do a $50 budget. Let's increase the budget a little bit in here. So $50 budget, what are you going to be able to spend in Rise of Kingdoms? You can actually spend a lot of stuff in Rise of Kingdoms with $50 budget. And, believe me or not, you can survive. Now, I've spent a lot of money into the game already. But now that I've slowed down here in 2023, what do I recommend for you guys in 2023? So for a lot of old players, we're going 5 years now. We even have this, anniversary like bundle in here as well. So there's definitely a lot of ways to spend in Rise of Kingdoms. And if you don't make a budget, you can easily overspend. Now, I have met players in here who overspend into the game. I believe there's even an event where you can win $100 if you download Rise of Kingdoms. I heard about this recently, which is very interesting. So this player came into Rise of Kingdoms, won $100, and she ended up spending $20,000 overall, which is an interesting thing, right? The game is great. You have to spend for the game to develop, but, you can easily overspend. And if you are not careful onto this one, your credit card debt will be a lot, and you're not going to be able to pay them off. And that's going to be hard for you, right? Especially if you're not wealthy or you're not well off playing the game. My biggest advice in here for you guys, don't overspend. I've met people into the game that have a normal job that spends crazy into the game and they're like whales because they're trying to, feed in with their egos. But in reality, in the real life, they got nothing to show for. But they're showing it off on the game because it is a virtual reality thing that we get into. So my biggest advice to you guys is that don't get into that emotion into the game, that emotion that you gotta spend so much just so you can be amazing and people will respect you. My God. I got into that pit as well, right? I spent a lot into the game in the very early stages of the game. I've slowed down here. You can survive when you slow down. I want to give you guys this advice. This is more of a friendly advice, content creator to you guys, friend to friend. So don't get into that, that scenario. I hope nobody is into that scenario, but there is truth to this, what I'm saying. There are players in here that overspends and thinking they are gods in Rise of Kingdoms, but when you log out of the game, you're back to yourself. It is a thing. All right. So $50 budget in here. Let me just go into this one. I just want to make that a little clear when I make this video, so that you guys understand where I'm coming from, why we're making this budget. And I just want you guys to be aware. I don't know if it's going to be any content creators going to say this. They're going to say, Shinji never say the truth about the game as blah, blah, blah. But, this is the truth. I've been playing this for 5 years. I met people that overspend into the game. It's crazy. You guys got to think about other things as well. Game is great. I love the game. The game have given me a lot of opportunities in life. But at the same time, I want you guys to also be safe and be able to enjoy the game without extremely overspending. Your ego into the game does not translate at the end of the day in real life. I just want you guys to understand that. It means nothing. When you go out there, the outside life is more real, all right? But here is an escape. So I understand that players will spend money into the game so that you guys can escape the reality, but you got to face reality at the end of the day. Just keep that in mind. I love you guys. I know you guys don't know me really, and I know most of you guys haven't seen all my contents. You guys don't know me completely, but I love you guys in here even though you don't know me, all right? So, $50 budget for Rise of Kingdoms. What do you spend? So what I would recommend, don't buy this, double gems. Not worth it. As you can see, I bought this before. Not really worth it. If you want to buy, gems, you can actually just get them from the bundles in here. Now, the whales, they'll buy this because they'll run out of stuff to buy. That's okay. No, the whales are totally different breed. What I would recommend, the first thing, when you get into the game, maybe if you're new, but I would this video gears towards to maybe older players. Buy the 30-day gem supply. Now, back in the day when I spent a lot of money into the game, I'll buy these things in here: 7-day premium food supply, all these things in here. But you know what? These are not really recommended to buy. Make a farm account, build a farm account, get your resources from a farm account. You don't got to buy these, all right? I'm telling you right now, you don't need them. 7-day supply, you don't really need it. You don't really need this. Farm your barbarians, kill the barbs. You get some, materials from the barbarians. 7-day supply, not really needed in my opinion. Save it. You don't need it. You don't really need this either, especially if you're T5 already. Like I'm T5, I don't really need this. Once you've reached that stage, you don't need these type of bundles. The 30-day gem supply, great. Buy this bundle. This is something that I would offer to you. Now, the daily offer is great. You get a good discount from here. All right, you get some, you get discount here, $5 that you buy. This allows you to kind of catch up to some of the commanders that you need in Rise of Kingdoms. All right, don't buy any of those commanders that you get from gold chests. You don't need it. All right, you can get Yi Song Ye here. So a lot of players, you didn't finish your Wheel of Fortune spin, go and buy, YSG from this. This is a way you can get it. YSG is one of the good commanders here in Rise of Kingdoms. Now, there are other, commanders that you can get as well. So I would really recommend that you, hopefully in 2023, you've already decided which you want, whether you want to go for archer, cavs, or infantry. Now, I personally don't buy this. My budget is much lower now in Rise of Kingdoms. So for me, I usually will just buy the 30-day gem supply when we're in non-KVK situation. And when we get into KVK, I'll buy the crystal bundle. That's about $5. So that's also another thing that you can buy. And then I will buy a certain amount of crystal pack as well during KVK. Now, that means is that, that $50 budget I've been doing every month, I'm not spending that. I'm only spending $10 every month when it's non-KVK. So I accumulate all of that, and I spend it on KVK to get some crystals. So that's something that you can do, is stagger the spending that you got. You don't got to, splurge $50 every month. Spend $10 this month, use that next $40 to the next month. Then now you got $90. Then you can buy higher bundles. So that's something that you can do. Okay, the daily bundle is great. Now, if you have the growth fund, buy the growth fund. I don't have the growth fund already, as you can see, because I've already purchased it. I think that's about $10 or $15. Go buy the growth fund. I don't remember the price for Rise of Kingdoms anymore, but that's a great one. The special resource bundle, don't buy this. Man, make a farm account. Make lots of farm accounts, 3 to 4. I have 2 to 3. So make farm accounts that will help you with resources. You should never really buy resources in the game because there's ability to, farm account. You can, farm 20 minutes a day, you get a lot of resources. All right, maybe 20 minutes twice a day, you get a lot of resources. Farm account is your friend in Rise of Kingdoms. Please don't spend your money onto the bundles. I spend money into the bundles before for the resources. Not worth it. You're not a whale. $50 budget. Come on, you're not a whale. You got to work onto this one. You got to grind a little bit. All right, you got to grind. Now, when we look into the super value bundle, if you're not T5 yet, you're starting out into the game, you want to buy the newbie pack. I don't have the newbie pack in here. You got to buy the newbie pack, the King's Coronation. Stagger your budget. Let's say you buy 2 of the packs, gets more expensive. Don't spend for a while. Spend more next month. Stagger your budget, okay? Now, once you are past your early stages of the game. Another thing you can buy is a City of Hope, get to T5, Fountain of Wisdom as well. Get to 25, City Hall, get T5. Once you have reached T5, your budget will change. Like I said, the strategy here is that there are some months you don't spend and stagger it up to the next month so you don't overspend. Now, one thing I should say, once you are in the stage where I'm at, T5, 5 years in a row playing the game, what do you buy? I would recommend getting the formation chest. You don't gotta work with the, materials choice chest in here. Grind it. There's many ways to grind that. Formation choice chest is the thing. Get it. Honestly, don't get this one. Get this. If you ever see this, buy this one. You will get legendary ones in here at the end. The reason why is because the formation chest is the new thing in here. Getting this, armaments is something that is going to help you significantly and set you apart from other players within the game. So once you got your T5, your spending can decrease if you guys are spending a lot. The biggest spender is really trying to get to the T5 and then, gears as well. But you can grind a lot of this in KVK. This one, where is it? You can grind all of this really in KVK, right? You can grind the materials in KVK easy. Then you accumulate all the gems, right? And then play the events and get more blueprints in that sense for the material, for the equipments. But the formation choice chest is something that I recommend to buy. Now, whenever there is an anniversary offer, these typically provide good speed ups in here. So if you're looking for speed ups, you can buy this, and you also get the event as well in here, the Esmeralda Wishing Coin. So you can do that as well. Now, right now, there is a gem rush as well. So whenever you purchase, you're going to be recharging in here, which is a great opportunity for you guys to make purchase. So whenever you do that, you're going to get to decide which commander you want in here, and you're going to be able to get good amount of commanders in here. Once you top up 10,000 gems, you're then going to be able to get, commanders. The thing here is that you're going to be spending up to, getting to the 10,000 gems. To get to 10,000 gems, typically you're going to be spending over your budget already. So maybe make an exception for this type of month where there is an event where we call Gem Rush, because you're going to be overspending. But you do get good value from here if you're still working on certain, commanders. But my last piece of advice to every single one of you guys is that if you're working on the $50 budget, you're not a whale, you're not a big spender, my recommendation here is that don't try to put yourself in a position when you watch other content creators like me or other ones in here where we have a lot of heroes, because we've spent a lot into the game. So please don't try to compare yourself to us in here within the game, because you can easily overspend. So for us as a content creator, we have done things to where we've spent a significant amount of money. I know most of you guys have probably seen where I spend, $3,000 in 4 days, which is absolutely insane, right? Now, my recommendation is that, just don't compare yourself to us, because we do work for the content. Now, it is not told to us by Lilith that we got to spend money into the game, but we do spend money into the game because we need to obtain certain things so that you guys can see them. Typically, it's not really that worth it at the end of the day for us because, but our goal is to help to guide every single player. But if you try to compare yourself to the content creators in here, you're going to easily overspend. Whenever we spend money, it kind of a little bit of encouraging you guys to spend more as well. Without letting you guys know it's encouraging you, you are getting encouraged subconsciously. Now, again, want to make sure, there is no said things that we have to spend money into the game. But we do things because we want to do it, because we want to get stronger. We want to be a little bit different than most people that has more things in here to, basically want you guys to watch us. So this is pretty much, what goes in a content creator's mind. That is probably unspoken that I've said it. Oh my God, I hope I don't get hate for this one. But that's the reality, guys. That is the reality. But I've always said this, I think, in my videos before when I spend. You got to be careful what you spend into the game. Please, again, don't try to compare yourself to us. We may have everything in here. Just please understand the budget that you're in. Spend how much you can. Don't overspend. Enjoy the game on your own pace. The game is fun. You get to meet a lot of cool people in here. Make some friends. All right? You don't got to be the #1 top dog if you don't have the ability to do it. So that's just my piece of advice in here, and I hope you guys appreciate this. I'm looking out for you guys as well. Don't spend crazy if you don't have the ability to. If you have the ability and extra money, then go for it. But if not, please, there's other things that you can spend in real life as well. Don't go crazy spending too much if you don't have the budget for it. Good luck to you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace out.